Hello and welcome to another episode of the Reach for Greatness podcast. This is Sabine Mataru, and I'm here with special guest Mark Harris, who is the enterprise doctor, and he's agreed to share some of his wisdom today. I know, Mark, you're very, very busy. You're a coach for businesses, startups, and business growth, and this is what we're actually all doing here as well at Reach for Greatness. It's about helping people to get to that next level or help them start up with businesses and share tips and ideas on a weekly basis. So Mark, over to you. Introduce yourself. Let us know what you're up to.
There's a huge amount of synergy between what we're trying to do. I'm very happy to be involved with Reach for Greatness. Enterprise Doctor's been running for about 6 years. It is me, advice and support for businesses. It's mentoring, it's coaching, it's hands-on support. It's not structured. There's no 6-point plan. I talk to people about how will their business become better, and we work on those aspects of their challenges.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you've run many businesses. I mean, you've got a load of experience.
Well, yeah, I've had one previous business that was fully mine, office stationery company, ran it for 12 years and then sold it. At the beginning, I bet my house I could make a success of it. I do like to gamble. That's my biggest ever bet. And I'm pleased to say that it paid off. But I have run other businesses for other people, and I've been involved in setting up businesses and making them more successful than they were before. So, I feel I have a bit of a proven track record.
Right, great. So, Mark, you were mentioning to me the other day that, it's very important to use a certain process in terms of selling. And I know that people, when they hear about selling, it's about, oh my gosh, I'm not a salesperson, I don't want to sell to people, and you're just really sort of panicking. And I know, because we're all sort of running our own businesses, and we are potentially also the salesperson fronting the business as well. And you shared with me a couple of thoughts in terms of how to turn this whole stigma around and use a process that
absolutely. And for some people it all just comes very naturally, and if viewers are that kind of person, even if something comes naturally, it's good to understand what's happening so you can make sure you do it properly and maximize it. For others, it really doesn't come naturally, and I completely get that. That doesn't make me cleverer than them. It means we have different skills. I have a client who makes handbags. I have no idea how to make a handbag. We just have different skills. The process that I mentioned to you, and the process sounds a bit scientific. It's a sales journey, and for me, that journey is defined as 3 words. The first is know, which is KNOW, not NO. The second is like. The third is trust. And when you end up with an order from somebody for your goods or your service, if you look back at what has happened, you will recognize that you have been through that know, like, trust journey. And sort of to take it from the beginning, let me ask you a question, Sabine. When was the last time somebody walked up and randomly gave you some money?
It's never happened.
No, me neither. And the people have to know you, and you need to make sure that people know you, and you need to do that by putting yourself in the places where they go, or somehow encouraging them to come to you. But you need to be somewhere where they will be. For me, I engage with a lot of smaller businesses, pre-start, startups, early phase, and there are particular types of networking groups that they go to. So I go to those networking groups because that's where I find them.
Right.
And they know me. The second phase of it, for them, I say, hi, I'm Mark Harris, an enterprise doctor. They don't say, here's my order number. Funny that. The next stage, I would prefer it if it wasn't a phase, but it's like. it shouldn't matter whether or not somebody likes you. Whether if I'm trying to sell you this glass of water, which I conveniently have by my side because it's a warm day today, lovely. Who cares whether you like me or not? The question is it a product that you need, that you can afford? Will it do the job for you? Those are the important things. But actually, people do business with people. And if you're an online business and there's no actual interaction with the customer, then it's far less of an issue. But it's not you that they have to like, it's your website. They have to like the look and feel and functionality of it. If you're networking, if you're selling, if you're engaging with people, it's helpful if they like you. People like me, that's a bit of an uphill struggle. I'm not very likable, but hey, such is the way. I do my best.
So in terms of so the first step basically is sort of to know you, sort of being out there, going networking, and also I guess using social media to connect with people.
Oh.
I mean, would you say there's I mean the two, there's so many platforms nowadays, but everyone's talking about Facebook anyway. But you've got like Facebook versus LinkedIn. Like, do you see a difference in terms of where people hang out or how they interact with each other?
For me and for my business, there are two key marketing channels for me on social media. One is LinkedIn and one is Twitter. I see both of those as more professional, whereas for me, Facebook is more of a social media. Completely accept that for some businesses, Facebook is a massive and appropriate channel. And if you're selling consumer products or services, then absolutely. But I sell business services. So for me, LinkedIn or Twitter is the place to get known. And you're completely right. It is a way of being known. And I think that more people should recognize that it's about the know phase and the like phase, and to a degree the trust phase. It's not, you don't know me, give me an order. So many people do the hard sell bit, which is not.
Absolutely, and I think I was just going to pick up on the hard sell bit, and I do see that quite a lot on Facebook, where people just post their pages, their sales pages, and I'd rather see, say, posts that maybe gives me some hints and tips, and
Absolutely.
then, you know, if I see value and I will actually get to know and like that person, and then trust, because they've given me something for free, and they're leading me down the path, that journey of, hey, I'd like to buy some service, I'd like to work with that person.
And I'd like to insert a couple of words in what you just said. They haven't just given you something for free, they're giving you something of value for free. So I might, for example, I guide people on marketing, and sometimes it's one of the things on what I do. And if I see some very effective marketing, it might be a great video that somebody's put online that I have enjoyed and I can appreciate the quality of the marketing there. I will post that and say something like, for all you marketing people out there, have a look at this. This is how to do it. So people who might not know me, and I don't want to come across as too calculating, but it's my business. For people who don't know me, oh, I'm a marketing person, I wonder what this guy who I don't know is saying. If it's an amusing business video, I'm not interested in posting funny videos, but there are very humorous business videos out there. If it's one of those, then people start to like me. And if I'm attaching some kind of businessy message along the lines of, you know, are these the kinds of mistakes that you've made? You need to work out ways of not making that kind. Then they're starting to say, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. So in one LinkedIn post, using someone else's raw material with appropriate credit, whatever else, I'm going that know, like, trust journey. And the people I'm already linked with on LinkedIn, they already know me to a degree. So then it's the like, trust. And for people who already know and like me, then, okay, not only do I know and like this guy, but he's talking sense here. So that's really, and going back to what you said about people not being comfortable selling and pushing themselves or their products, I haven't mentioned that at all. I haven't done that at all. All I've done is take people along the know, like, trust journey. And when you do that, there comes a point where in an ideal world, they say to you, do you know what? We should have a conversation about what you do. I think I might be able to buy your products / service, whatever. And if that doesn't happen, then there's nothing at all wrong with you saying to them, especially if you've been engaged in some kind of LinkedIn conversation about that post that you did, do you know what? I've had a look at your profile. I've had a look at your website. I wonder if I could maybe be of some help to you. Now, if that's selling, then fine. If that's selling, I'm not going to say what's so hard about it, because I know that, as I said before, different people, different skills. But you've sown all the seeds with the know, like, trust. You just need to do that last little bit. And there may be 1,000 people where you haven't gone on that know, like, trust journey all the way, but the one where you feel, you know what, this person's ready. I need to take this the next step. And the next step isn't give me your order number. The next step is, should we get together to maybe have a coffee sometime, or should we have a Skype and chat about your business, or whatever that next small step may be. But if they don't know you, that won't happen. If they don't like you, it probably won't happen. If they don't trust you, it shouldn't happen. They would be foolish to engage with somebody they don't trust. So it's your job to take them through that journey, make sure they know you, they like you, and they trust you.
Wow. Well, that was very powerful, Mark. And I think a lot of nuggets there, just to sort of relax, be yourself, and just provide value, be genuine with people, and just be open to sort of help them. Even sometimes I just give people a link that said, maybe you want to look at that company, or if I can't provide it, and that's also how they would then recommend you as a genuine person. Right. Any closing words, Mark? I think you were.
I think my closing words, I could ask you, why am I doing this today? And you know what the answer is? It's because I know you, I like you, and I trust you. And it's led to us doing this today. It's not all about business and purchase order numbers. It's about developing that relationship, because you never know what might come of it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Mark. It was a pleasure to have you. And I know we're going to do another podcast soon, which will be, what will that be about?
Shall I tell you now? It's well, the KLT is know, like, trust. The next one is, are you selling to the right man? MAN. It's not a sexist thing. MAN is money, authority, need. And I will elaborate on that in the next podcast. Absolutely.
Well, I look forward to the next podcast, and hopefully people who've seen this like this as well. Share this video. Mark, you've got a website that people can get in touch with you as well, which is?
Absolutely, www.enterprisedoctor.co.uk. You should be able to see my company name below there. And it's that, enterprisedoctor.co.uk.
Excellent. And we'll also have a cheat sheet below this video, so you can click down there below the video and just get your free cheat sheet that will actually summarize what we talked about, and make sure you can actually make your own notes and just use it as a little guide when you just refresh yourself when you're in the same kind of situations. So, yeah, that's it from Reach for Greatness. This is Sabine Mataru, and look forward to seeing you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.